her family was suspicious when Mary, quote, fell from a window and when she, quote, accidentally consumed sleeping pills. And when one feels like a duck, one is happy. Ooh, ducklings.
This is I Was a Teenage Murderer.
And when asked about it, she said, I asked for a radio, but he bought me a gun.
Me. Of course I'm gonna murder people. Did you just, like, throw your kid out of the window? Like, what the heck?
Today's episode, That 70's Murder.
Hello.
And welcome to
I Was a Teenage Murderer. I'm Noel. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm sorry. I will stop.
What
I
if I
ring
just-
your bell.
What if I never said my name and I just went, if you're like,
That's Noel.
yeah, I'm Noel.
In this week's
She's-
murder. This week we decided to, go with a little 70s,
We did a
late
little
60s, throwback. Because, that's whenever the real height of serial killers began. And,
It's when drugs happened.
it's the good old days. So
The good old
that's
days
when
of
we're,
drugs
that's
and
what
killers.
we're doing.
You want to just jump right into it?
Go right ahead. I don't have anything to talk about.
So I have a pretty infamous killer.
Da, da, da.
Yeah, and she actually killed two people, and I'm going to be talking about Brenda Ann Spencer, which is the I don't like Mondays girl.
My favorite.
And a little background about her. She lived in San Carlos, and that's in San Diego, California. And she lived in a house across the street from the Grover Cleveland Elementary School after the murders that I will later explain. Her friends and neighbors were like, yeah, she had a really negative attitudes towards police.
Same.
And she talked about shooting one.
Not same.
Her teachers,
I love the police. I'm sorry.
her teachers said she was introverted. And then sometimes they'd inquire if she was awake. So I'm imagining Severin sleep right now.
True. Just
Where-
never there.
Never there. Never there.
I relate. Sort of.
And then later when she was in custody, it was discovered
Uh-oh.
that she had an injury,
Where?
temporal lobe,
Oh.
from a bicycle
Ooh.
accident. I guess temporal lobe's it's right here, so I'm guessing she fell off and probably went either head first
Yeah.
or just fell off
But hit the side,
like
probably.
a curb or something.
Mm.
That would suck. That would hurt.
That would hurt a lot.
But also she was active in school. She
Huh.
excelled in photography, winning first place in the Humane Society competition.
Good for her.
She had blazing red hair and big old glasses,
The gingers.
and she had a middle part.
Aw. It's always the middle parts. It really is. If you looked at all the girls that
Guys,
with
I
Charles Manson,
Middle
parts.
That was a big thing in the 70s.
Yeah, but come on, middle parts.
Middle parts are really ugly. I'm telling, if anybody listening has a middle part,
Listen,
please
it's
know
okay.
that I care about you, but it's ugly and it looks bad no
If
matter
you
what
like
you do
it,
with it.
you do you.
No.
I am not. Hey, they can live their lives, Abella. We're not going to tell people that they can't have middle parts if they enjoy their middle part. But I can't do middle parts because I have a bald spot right where I have a really small bald spot where my down my middle part because my brother pulled my hair off.
Yeah, we
when
were
I was
doing a
little.
show last year,
Yeah.
and
Our UIL show. We had
and all the
middle
girls had to have
parts.
middle parts, and Noel goes,
Listen, so
"What if I don't have hair there?"
it's very small, but you
It's-
could tell. And
She
it
was
funny.
showing everybody her bald.
It was, yeah. I had to, my bald spot was out for the world.
Did you fill it in?
No,
No.
no.
Did you have a hat?
I mean, for
had a
part of
hat.
it,
I had a hat.
I had a hat. I had the crazy hats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I had a little maid cap, so I never had to do the middle part.
Lucky ducky.
Yeah, I guess.
Quack quack.
Quack quack. One feels like a duck with all this.
And when one feels like a duck, one is
is
happy. Ooh, ducklings. Go listen to John Mulaney. He's a
Too old to be a duckling.
quack quack.
Oh. Okay.
So the murder.
Murder.
I hate Mondays, which is funny because today is Monday.
But it won't be Monday when this is released.
That is true. Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Maybe it will be Monday when you guys listen to... I'm sorry. Her parents separated, and she lived with her father, Wallace Spencer.
Wallace.
And poverty. They shared a single mattress on the living room floor.
Aw.
And police later found a bunch of alcohol bottles throughout the house. And then later on, she accused her father of like harassment and sexual assault and all this
that's
stuff. But this was when she was already in prison. And then Spencer said she had self-identified herself as haven't been gay since birth.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a lesbian.
Lesbian.
So that sets us up. Oh, one more fun fact. So she would shoot like little BB guns in the neighborhood and hunt like not doves, but like little
Birds and such.
Yeah. And like apparently she like shot out windows and stuff.
Ugh.
And for like Christmas in 1978, her dad gave her a 10-22 semi-automatic 22 caliber rifle with telescope
Just
sight
what I wanted.
and 500 rounds of ammunition. And when asked about it, she said, "I asked for a radio, but he bought me a gun."
Me. Of course I'm
like,
gonna murder people.
She had also like earlier told her parents that she was like really depressed and suicidal.
Aw.
Yeah, and then her next statement was like, they were like, "Okay, well, why do you think he bought you a gun?" And
Oh my gosh.
and she said, "I feel like he wanted me to kill myself."
That's so sad.
So
That's
sad.
so sad. Oh my gosh. Like, man, I really am so like depressed and I'm really contemplating
She
suicide.
just wanted a radio.
Here's the gun. Go ahead,
Okay,
sweetie.
okay.
Trying to accomplish
But
your
why
dreams.
500 rounds of ammunition?
Yeah, that's so many.
that like
That's sketchy.
that's really sketchy.
I don't. That's bad parenting, honestly.
Yeah, bad parenting is
I
making
rarely
your teenage
judge.
daughter.
I
she's
rarely
16,
judge,
by
but
the
that
way.
is the worst.
On the morning of Monday, January 29th, 1979.
That's the day after my birthday.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my birthday's the 28th.
1979?
No. 2000. Fun
past
fact.
life.
So my birthday, like my mom, her best friend growing up, he actually passed away on January 28th. And then so my mom like planned my birthday for January 28th. It's kind of sad, but it's also like she likes to think of it with death there is life. So
That's
kind of poetic.
cool.
Yeah.
How do you plan a birth?
Well, I mean, I think that she knew she was going to give birth around the same time. So she was just like, okay, I want to have my baby this day. I don't know.
Did you have a C-section?
No. I don't really know. I don't really know what happened.
That's weird. But okay.
Yep.
So, January 29th, 1979, Spencer began shooting from her home at children who were waiting outside the elementary school for the principal, Burton Rang, to open the gates. His first name's Burton.
Burton Rang?
Burton Rang. She injured 8 children.
Oh.
And these are elementary
She's a school shooter for not even her own school.
Yeah. That's kind of...
That's lame. That's sad. Elementary.
Burton was killed while trying to help the children.
Oh.
And custodian Mike Shigar
Oh, not
Shar
the custodian.
was killed while trying to pull Rang to safety.
That is so sad.
And then a police officer responded to a call.
Yeah.
And then was shot in the neck. But
Yeah.
he lived.
Oh, good. That's ironic because she, hits cops.
After firing 30 rounds of ammunition, Spencer barricaded herself in her room for 7 hours. Or I guess it's the entire house. And because she had a telephone conversation with the journalist, and this is when she said, like, he asked her, "Why'd you do it?" And he goes, "I don't like Mondays. This makes it more interesting." And then she said when the police came to her house that she was going to come out shooting, but she eventually surrendered. She was tried as an adult and pled guilty to 2 counts of murder and assault with a deadly weapon. She was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. In prison, she was diagnosed as with epilepsy and depression.
Mm.
And she then was like, she was an alcohol and drug user at the time of the crime. But I read somewhere else that they tested her and she wasn't, like, she was sober.
That's
at the
weird.
time of the crime. But she was like, yeah, I did. I guess she was trying to be like, I was under the influence at the time, but she wasn't at.
That's weird.
Yeah. It's really, really
That
weird.
is really weird.
And she's in prison now. Or, yeah,
25?
she's still in prison.
Wait, 79 you say?
Mm-hmm.
What's 79 plus 25?
It said to life.
Oh, okay.
So that's the minimum, if anybody wants to look that up.
She could have been out in 2004.
Well, I don't think she got out.
So it's been, 38 years?
Probably, yeah.
Cool,
Listen,
38
Yeah,
years.
no,
math is
there-
not my subject.
She'll be eligible for to talk to the Board of Parole in 2019.
Wow.
So that's the 40th anniversary of the murders.
Yeah, actually,
That's
10
pretty
years
cool.
after the murders, there was almost exactly 10 years after the murders, another school got shut up, Cleveland Elementary, and
stop shooting
29 were
schools.
injured because it was like right by it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story of the
You
I
know-
don't like Mondays girl.
It's funny, because like in the Garfield comics, it's always like, oh, I hate Mondays. Like Mondays are
I
the
don't-
worst.
yeah.
I don't remember Garfield pulling out a gun and shooting up
she's
some
redheaded,
elementary school
like-
characters.
She's redheaded and she sleeps all the time like Garfield.
Wait, does that mean she's also
I think-
fat?
No, she's like a little skinny mini.
Skinny mini.
She looks like Ted Bundy if Ted Bundy were a girl.
Oh, that's creepy.
You guys want to see a picture?
Yes.
Can I pull one up?
Yes. I would love to see.
Here's a good one.
Oh, yeah. She looks like a killer for sure.
She looks like a slasher.
She
yeah.
looks like
Yeah.
she looks like a killer.
Wait, is she wearing a skirt? This is another picture. The glasses are what gives it away.
Yeah, the glasses really.
It's like all of it combined. She looks like a hippie, and she also like
It just looks like she's gonna
Oh
kill
my
some
god, this
people.
is her now. She looks.
No. Oh.
She looks
Oh.
like she's on meth.
She does.
she also looks like she's still a teenager. Like the face.
Yeah, like
She looks
yeah.
like. She looks like. No, I don't want to say that. That's too mean. I won't.
Oh, here's some fan art of her.
fan art. Oh my god.
Here's some fan art.
Fan art.
It's actually really well drawn.
if that ain't me.
Should I say the name? Oh, here's some more fan art. Oh my god.
Okay, listen. Don't make fan art of teen murder. Don't make fan art of murderers.
Here's more.
Like I get the whole like you
My
like.
favorite thing is Tumblr girls.
Oh,
Obviously not all of them, but like there's like a big fan base for Richard Ramirez
okay, that's
on Tumblr
weird.
because he's
Why?
attractive. He's attractive.
Yeah, but
like I think it's the funniest thing ever because they make like little flower crown edits of him and stuff.
that's so not.
It's the funniest thing
That's
ever.
so
And they're
weird.
like
No.
I think I have a picture saved where it's like him in like all sparkly pink stuff because I
Oh,
just think it's the
no.
funniest thing.
People are so weird, bro. Like I just do not
I'm gonna
understand.
save this fan art real quick.
Okay, so like listen. I broke the rule.
Oh yeah, she's not a teenager yet.
She's not a teenager, but this story is like pretty classic. She's 11, so it's worse. Mary Flora Bell, which I honestly think is the cutest name ever.
Flora.
Flora Mary
I have,
Bell. I'm a big fan of the two named like southern kinds.
It wasn't
I
she
had a
from
friend
England?
once
Yeah,
named-
she's from England,
I had a
but
friend once named Sarah Beth. Is
That's
that,
so
is that
cute.
Southern?
Sarah Beth.
I
Like
love
it was
that.
it was one word.
Sarah
Like
Beth.
Sarah Beth.
I had the not Flora but the flu
Flu.
from Harry
Flu.
Potter. Yeah, Floridilla, whatever.
Yeah.
From there, I had her wand. That's what made me think of it.
So she was an English woman, and she was 11 years old when she strangled two younger boys, Martin Brown, age 4, and Brian Howie, age 3. So this was in 1968, I believe. Yes, and so basically, so whenever she was growing up, her mom was a prostitute.
Classic.
she was a prostitute, and they never really knew who her dad was.
I was about to ask, do we know the dad? Was the dad Ted Bundy?
Yes, totally. So her mom's crazy, apparently. Her mom never really knew who it is rumored that for most of their life they believed that the father was this man named Billy Bell, and he was a criminal who was a regular criminal,
like Ted Bundy,
who was arrested for armed robbery once. There's evidence saying that her mom Betty may have met him after she was born. Some people from the family think that Betty tried to kill Mary, the little girl, more than once, tried to make an attempt on her life. Yeah, the first few years of her life. Her family was suspicious when Mary, quote, fell from a window and when she, quote, accidentally consumed sleeping pills. Did you just throw your kid out of the window? What the heck? And apparently, one witness said that she saw Betty give pills to her daughter as sweets.
Oh,
yeah.
They don't taste good though.
No, she just was giving them to her like candy. That's so.
Can I have a playback of the noise Noel just made?
I apologize for my existence. But whenever Mary was, being questioned after there's the bell. It's B lunch. I have fried rice.
I need to get a salad.
The day before her 11th birthday, she strangled a 4-year-old and a 3-year-old. So basically what they did was they broke into a old, vandalized nursery, and they left notes claiming that they were responsible for it. I guess she had an accomplice.
Oh, okay. Wait, did she have a friend?
Yeah, Norma.
Yeah.
Norma. And so they strangled a 3-year-old, I guess a month later, in a wasteland in the same kind of area. And she carved an M into his stomach with a pair of scissors.
I would say, wasn't there scissors involved?
Yeah, and she cut off his hair and scratched his legs and mutilated. But she did strangle them originally. So in August 1968, her and her friend were charged with 2 counts of manslaughter. She was put into a prison, and so she basically was convicted for manslaughter, and she was she was diagnosed basically with classic symptoms of
psychopathy.
Psychopathy. That just doesn't seem like it's a word, but I know it is. She was pretty popular in the newspapers, but she was released in prison.
No.
When was she released? Oh my gosh. She was released in 1980 at the age of 23, when she served 12 years. Basically, she was given a new life and a new name. And 4 years later, she had a daughter. And her daughter did not know about her mother's past until they found her location, and the reporters, I think she was 18 or something whenever the girl found out what her mom had did and stuff.
Okay, Mary Bell's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sure she's heard of it before. And how do you come to the you're just my mom.
Yeah, imagine living your whole life normally, and then one day finding out that your mother was a
Do you think she was a really good mom?
I feel like she wouldn't be a bad mom, because her mom was literally the worst person ever.
I feel like she'd go out of the way to make sure.
Yeah, that's what I would think. That's what I would hope, is that she would do that. So who knows? It doesn't really say anything about how she was as a mother.
Isn't she the one who said we all have to die sometime or something like that?
It doesn't say anything about that, but she may have. But
she's
11 years old.
She kind of looks like Dora the Explorer.
Yeah, she definitely does. She looks like Dora the Explorer. Go look at her up.
She has the haircut exactly.
It's exact. One time when I was little, I got the Dora Explorer haircut, and I hated my life. I hated Dora because of it.
I had the Dora Explorer haircut, but it didn't look like Dora the Explorer because I'm blonde.
Yeah, I'm a brunette,
kind of
brown eyes. I tanned well as a child.
Yeah,
so I looked like Dora the Explorer. I hated my life.
Do you have the crop top?
Probably somewhere. God.
Oh my God.
It was terrible.
Did you have a monkey?
Yeah, definitely.
I like how you're hesitant about that. You're did you have a...
Yeah, he only wore red boots Only boots for some reason.
You have a
Only
magical
boot.
talking backpack.
Yeah.
Do you have a map?
No.
You have one on your phone right now?
Google Maps. I actually suck at using maps. I'm very stupid.
Could they make a Google Maps program where they program the map's voice?
I think I would.
I'm the map.
No.
Turn right, turn right, turn
No.
right now. You're like, oh God, okay, sorry.
I love using maps because I hand the phone to Severin and he's like, we don't need this, and then he gets lost.
Yeah, I am just not the brightest.
And then once he hears this, he'll probably be like, I know where I'm going.
Yeah, true. Okay. Bye. See you next week.
You've been listening to I Was a Teenage Murderer. Your hosts for today were Noel Jones and Abella Knott. The show is produced by Joshua Bumpus and executive produced by Colette Curry-Kendall and Scott McCarran. Our advertising manager is Crystal Erb. Theme music created by Joshua Bumpus. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at I Was a Teenage Murderer and subscribe to our show on iTunes, Google Play, YouTube, SoundCloud, or wherever you get your podcasts.